All right, hi, I'm David. I'm a rising senior in Homestead High School, and this is my project, the automated cat laser. So what it is it's a laser on some servo motors that moves around randomly and shines a laser on the ground so that cats can just run around and play with it. And I chose this project because I own two cats, and I wanted a way to entertain them while I was not available. So inside you can see that. So this project has two main components. It has the Arduino Uno board, and I also added machine learning. So in order to activate the laser inside, you either have to press this red button inside here, or you can activate the machine learning program, and then it will start activating the lasers. So I'm going to load this program right here. And while it loads, I'm going to show you the first method. It just moves the laser around randomly. It's very cool. And, oh, look, it's me. Oh, it sees my tie. Nice. All right, so I have a picture of a cat on my phone, right? And if I put it up onto the screen, it should activate the laser too. It's a little bit janky, but it's fine. So a main component of this project was the machine learning program. It's called YOLO V5, which means you only look once. And what it basically does is that it takes hundreds, thousands, maybe even 10,000s of pictures, and then it starts to learn its features of those pictures, like the shape of things, or like the specific like ears, or like how big it is. And then it'll take those features and then create a neural network, much like a small brain, and then it'll implement that brain into a live video from my web camera from my computer. And every frame, it will run the frame through the neural network, and then it will start detecting things, like detecting my tie or me, or in this case, a cat. And there's another big component is the Arduino board right here. The Arduino board is C++, and it basically commands all of the hardware, like turning the servos or turning on the laser or this LED right here. There's also a button right here to toggle, so I press the button, it also turns it on. A big problem I faced with this project was establishing communication between YOLO V5 and my Arduino board, because the YOLO V5 is in Python while the Arduino board is in C++, two very different languages. And in order to establish communication between the two, I have to go into the detection program and then encode specific information into either bytes or strings, and then I can send it to the Arduino board in a way that the Arduino board can understand. Another big problem was these servo motors right here, very fragile. They will very easily break if you pull on the wires a little too hard. One of the wires broke very recently, and I had to fix it by literally opening up the motor and then resoldering the wire back into the board inside the motor, and then closing it up again, and then reassembling the servo motor. Another big problem is the button right here. This is not a toggle button, actually. This is a hold down button, meaning that if you hold it down, it returns an on state, and when you release, it's off. But I wanted it so that if I press it, it just turns on, and pressing it again turns off. So I had to create 4 different if statements and like 10 different variables in order to create a toggle button out of a hold down button. And the LED here is just an indicator. So in this camp, I learned a lot about engineering, and I really want to, in the future, create a career out of engineering, and maybe even possibly make a living off of like software engineering and hardware engineering, hopefully. I hope so. And I learned a lot in this camp. I love this camp. I learned a lot. I learned about machine learning. I learned about C++ and Python. I also learned how to CAD, which is how I got this beautiful box. And I also learned the specifics of these small components, such as lasers, buttons, LEDs, servos, and so on. Thank you.